wanna fuck with me. She said that she like Scorpio King. I think she liking me. I think she liking me. I think she liking me.
Welcome back, baby. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
Make sure you like the video. The 20. Says it's easier to make an imprint on young girls instead of someone that's grooming. Now, let me tell you what I believe grooming was or is. I could be wrong, so I'm just shooting off the hip. I think grooming is if you know someone's underage and you're basically grooming them that once they become legal, that you're gonna be with them. So you're almost like you're kind of putting in the the, the, the fucking structure in place. You're dealing with them, you're doing whatever, taking care of them. That once they become legal, you can like fuck with them.
Yeah, that's weird.
I think everybody just kind of knows that's wrong. I mean, clearly, you know, you should be dealing with people who are over 18. I don't. This is just my opinion. I don't think that's what Andrew Tate was trying to say. I think he's just saying he likes women who are younger but legal. Now they're gonna make that sound very inappropriate. Because, you know, he's 35. I did a podcast with him, and when I did the podcast with him, he made very great sense when he was saying in other countries, people usually go for
the younger
women who have less experience with other men, and that might happen to be with people who are legal. Now, it's one of those things. It sounds kind of bad because of the society we live in now, but he's not saying that he wants to fuck like kids. He's saying that, like, you know what I mean? He wants to deal with women who don't have a bunch of bad experience. That's how I take it. You get what I mean? Now, I will also say this. I think there's a slight hypocrisy about when people point shit out like this, because the difference between, I don't know, I can't think off the top of my head. I know a lot of, like, whether it's billionaires or a lot of successful people, like, all right, think about this. Let's look at Donald Trump. How old is Donald Trump? We're gonna Google it.
That nigga probably like in his 60s.
How old is Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump is 76 years old.
Ooh, okay.
His wife is Melania Trump. How old is Melania Trump, right? 52 years old, right? So the difference between them is literally 24 years old, right? Now, granted, I'm sure that when he got with her, she's clearly she was way over 18 and 7/3. But there is a shaming process for people or dudes who don't date women who are older. Because I don't think there's a shaming process for this, even though, let's just do the math. I'm gonna say 20. Let's say Andrew Tate's going after 20. And by the way, for anybody who's watching this, I need this to be, just to be clear, I need this whole video, if anybody's gonna clip it, to be in context. I don't want nobody snipping and shit out of this. Tate, if he's 35 and he's dealing with somebody who's, let's just say 21, right? 21. That's 14 years.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
That's grooming. That's 14 years difference.
Bro, the only time I'll say is something wrong with that and it's grooming is like if you literally plotting. Like if you literally sitting there and be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna wait for this girl to turn 18, or I'm only gonna look into people around this age range. Like only, like if you're an older man, because I'm young, I'm not even up there. So whatever. But I'm saying just for the older man, if that's an older man, like 30 plus or 40 plus or whatever the case may be, and they're literally saying, oh, I'm only gonna get with people, and they only looking for people that's 18 to 20 or 18 to 25 or whatever the case may be. that's kind of weird. I ain't gonna lie, that is kind of weird. That's weird. You feel me? But other than that, I don't feel nothing wrong with that though. Like if you end up with someone, you know, that's a little younger, okay, who cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? As long as they are over 18 though, for sure.
Donald Trump is 76, his wife is 52. That's a 24-year difference, which is almost an extra 10 years plus what Tate has done. Aging is very interesting when it comes to like, you know, the male and female. And to some men, they might become less desirable. There is an additional shaming process that kind of gets incurred upon men for passing up on said women. You get what I mean? Now, of course, they're going to use someone like Andrew Tate at the end of the spectrum because, again, Andrew Tate is saying he don't want to date no girl. He said about when I did the podcast, he don't want to date no girl over 25. You get what I mean? Like, I've watched conversations about aging, especially with women.
So like so Akademiks said this man is what 30 something, and he said he don't want to date no woman that's over the age 25. So they got to be 18 or older, and he's 30 something. That's a preference though. You know, I don't know with that one though. That could really be judged anyway. I mean, it could be. He might be on some weird stuff. I mean, that's possible. He could be on some weird stuff, or that's just literally his preference, bro. I'm not quite sure. Like that could just be literally his preference, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
And if you've ever seen a girl in their 20s, they're so very cognizant. Women from 23 to 30, it's like every day they wake up, they realize and acknowledge that they're a little bit older, and it's very much on their mind. You get what I mean? As opposed to men, you know, like I'm now.
Yeah, I can see that. I feel like us men though, you know, we don't care. Like, especially like with everything that be going on and all that type of stuff. Like, nigga, I don't care, bro. Like, I can be 80, 90, nigga. I'm still here kicking and I'm chilling, dog. Like, I don't care. Yeah, you can call me whatever. I don't care, nigga. Like, I'm Gucci. You feel me? So that age stuff, I don't feel like us. Well, I don't care, and I don't feel like most men don't care about their age for real. Like, I'm no. Now I ain't gonna lie. It is some men out there that be trying to act like they are in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? Again, that be weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? But other than that, it's okay.
You know, 30, and I don't be thinking like that. I'm old as shit. But women, they look at 30 almost like it once they're 30, they're done. You get what I mean? Yeah. And I think that manifests itself in the sense of shaming dudes. You know what I mean? Like, yo, well, if you're 70 and you get with a 50-year-old, that's no problem. But if you're 35 and you get with a 21-year-old, that is a problem. Which I'm like, is it the age difference or the fact that that person won't date, you know, someone who's probably over 30? Who knows? Anyway, let me keep going through this.
The reason 18 and 19-year-olds are
okay.
Who knows?
Okay, this is another clip right here. Somebody says much of his content is laughably ridiculous, like this video where he says he knows CPR but wouldn't perform it on a man because that would be gay.
That's effed up,
but people are taking it.
I mean, yeah, that is. I ain't even gonna. Let's just skip all that.
Shit too serious. Like Andrew Tate is kind of an entertainer, but even if he says certain shit, I don't even know if he believes it or not. Why is everybody acting like this is like the president speaking on some shit? You know what I mean?
CPR. Help him. Oh. Why? Because I ain't gay. Who knows CPR? Help him. No. Why?
Okay. So essentially what he's saying is that, yo, like, and I don't think he means CPR. I think he means like mouth to mouth, like resuscitation or some shit. I don't think it's like actually CPR is like some different shit.
Yeah.
I think it needs some mouth to mouth shit. Like this is where like people who get mad at shit like that like fuck me up. Where it's like, bro, I get that we live in the United States. Who, by the way, Andrew Tate don't live in the United States right now. But like, you know, I come from a country that's so non-tolerant, or used to be very non-tolerant. What he just said there, the majority of the people in where I'm from, nigga, they won't. Of course, they wouldn't be making videos to say it, but they wouldn't do it either. The fuck? That's just what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm put it like this. That would be kind of weird, but I ain't gonna lie. If I'm the only person around, my nigga, if I'm the only person around, my nigga, and there's no woman in sight. Now, if there's a woman in sight, whether I know how to do this or not, she's doing it. I don't care. Well, whether she knows how to do it or not, she's doing it for sure. Only one woman. I don't care. Like, if there's a woman around, yeah, nigga, she's doing it for sure. Because I'm just like him. Like that shit is. I feel like that shit is kind of like. Well, it ain't kind of. That shit is. Yeah, that's overboard. But at the same time, especially like if you a friend or whatever. But even if you're not, if I'm the only one around and you really need it for real, honestly, at that point, I would do something like because you know you gotta help people, bro. I would just have to find something like a shirt or something like that to help you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at that point, that shit don't count. I don't care what y'all say, but that shit don't count. I'm saving somebody. Like if I'm in that position, man, and it's like something like, okay, this is like a life or you know, to save their life, bro. And I'm not again, I have to be well, it has not a woman just can't be around, basically. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only way. You feel me? Because you gotta help. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'll feel bad. I ain't gonna lie, because I'll just have to that just will have to get charged to the game because it's like that shit don't count, bro. So I don't feel like I do feel like that shit is like gay as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And to each his own. Do your thing. I don't care. Look, I like, you know, I don't judge people. I don't care what the fuck you do behind closed doors. But at the same time, bro, to save somebody's life, bro, that shit don't count, bro. So I would do it, bro, because it just don't count. That don't count, bro. I'm helping somebody and there's no woman around. So, you know what I'm saying? But I get it, you know.
Yo, the era that I grew up in Jamaica, there's no nigga who's gonna be like, oh yeah, if you're dying, I'm giving you mouth to mouth. It's never gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Andrew Tate just saying it. That's the only thing which I'm like, yo, listen, I'm not jumping on whether he's right or he's wrong. I'm just saying there's a lot of society, there's a lot of the world, and I know people only care about what's going on in the US, and we're into this very super social woke wave, but there's a lot of the world that's intolerant or just not up to speed with certain shit. Like, do they need to be canceled and repealed and just, you know, disbanded from motherfucking like the internet? I would say no. You know why? Because if that's the case, listen, no disrespect to the people of like Ukraine who we keep sending billions of dollars to. Let's start analyzing some of their fucking cultural practices. You think we're gonna agree with everything they got going on? No. I get it. The US is now fully fucking woke. You better accept everybody who's transgender, who is fucking gay, who fucking like, you know what I mean, who try to fuck themselves with their own dick, cut their own dick off, whatever the case is. Completely get it, right? We live in the US. But the world isn't that up to speed. Not everybody's tolerant. And also, if somebody says something that's not like completely just hateful or prejudicial, we should be just jumping down their throats like, oh no, you're doing bad. We need to get rid of you. Bruh, you go to motherfucking Afghanistan and you say this, like, yo, yeah, some guy, like, if a guy needs mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, I'm not fucking doing it. Bro, you're a fucking hero.
Yeah, you do it.
You're gonna do it in Afghanistan or Iran or one of the countries like that. Nigga, they're looking at you like you should be stoned. I'm telling you. So again, bro, like, I get it. We're super woke right now in the United States, but you know why Andrew Tate's popular though? Let's just be very clear why a nigga like him is popular. He's popular because shit just going too far to the side, like left. It's like everybody just got to be everybody got to be just like, oh, like no one could just be like, nah, I'm a little ignorant to that. Like, bro, ignorance has always been part of. And by the way, I'm not co-signing ignorance where it hurts people. Like, for example, like I think there was ignorance when it comes to the Nazis and the Jews. That's ignorance that is disgusting. And when you look back at just as society and history, that should have never been allowed to happen. But there's always been ignorance. There's always been people who just never understood certain type of lifestyles, or certain people who don't indulge in certain type of lifestyles. And that's just what it is. But these days, it's like the woke motherfuckers is just like, bro, this is one guy who's saying he won't do one thing. It's not saying he ain't trying to preach no one should do it. He's saying he won't do it. It's a personal opinion from one guy. And everybody's acting like this.
I ain't gonna lie though, like, I feel like everybody's liable to their own goddamn opinion. Like, for real. Like, if he feel like he's not gonna do anything like that, then cool. You already know how, like what I say. I say I would do it only if there's no women around, and this is really like a life or death situation for that person. Yeah, I would definitely save someone's life, because that's what you're supposed to do. In my opinion, I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. Like, if it's that serious. Now, if it's not that serious, like, nigga, I can get someone for help. You like, it's not that serious, then yeah, by all means, hell yeah. But if I really see that you really, really need help and shit like that, et cetera, then that's different.
This is some fucking like cancellation type of shit. It's one guy saying he won't do one thing, maybe because of his beliefs or maybe because of his ignorance. Who gives a fuck? But let this one guy do whatever the fuck he wants to do, as long as he's not preaching to the masses that, hey, no man should help another man if they're fucking like choking on a rock, or I don't know, just got saved from drowning and he melted, whatever the case is.
Yeah, that's different.
That's not what he's saying. But these days, this is some cancellation shit. If you're not saying what the monolith is saying, you're just seeing like a fucking bad guy, bro. He said this in a joking way, but now it's one of I can't wait till he responds to all this shit, because it's gonna tell me a lot about him. The reason why he's popular is the reason why they want to cancel him. People are tired of of this pussified generation we live in, and they want somebody to speak about it. But they want somebody who got charisma, somebody who don't depend on it, and he's the guy. He's the one who's saying, I'm a millionaire from Romania. I don't give a fuck about y'all. I don't got TikTok, but I'm so popular on TikTok. I don't give two fucks. And people just don't want him to fold. In the fact that they probably don't agree with everything he says, but they probably just fucking agree with the fact that he could say what he wants and he's not going to be able to be canceled. You know what I mean? Like, we live in a society now where I remember when Trump first won, right? And I wasn't a Trump supporter initially. You know what I mean? I told you I voted for Trump. I don't give a fuck what anyone say. Next time we want to vote. But initially, I remember when Trump won at first, I'm like, yo, how did this motherfucker win? And you know what I said? I said, bro, I don't even know nobody who likes Trump. I've never heard somebody in real life. The first time Trump won, never seen nobody in real life before he won, look me in the face and say, bro, I like Trump. So I was like, yo, how did this motherfucker win?
Nah, honestly, I heard about Trump, bro, like from rappers mentioning him, all types of stuff. So not only you haven't heard anyone say really good things, but you haven't heard nobody say bad things before he got elected, if anything. Because I heard rappers mention him, which is good, which is a good thing. So I don't know what Akademiks talking about on this one. I can't agree.
You know what really happened, bro? It's called a silent majority. These days, you could lose your job, your livelihood, you get persecuted, you could get fucking casted out of the cool society if you have an opinion that's not down with everybody else. So you know what people do? They fucking shut the fuck up. They don't say it, but they cast the vote, whether it's with their wallets, their attention, or their fucking vote when it comes to the politics. That's how Trump won. Half of these niggas didn't say they were Trump supporters, but Trump won. Just like I think motherfuckers like Andrew Tate,
bro, and I don't like that. But it's real life though. It happens. Like a person will mess with you behind the scenes, but when it comes on some public stuff, oh, they don't say a word. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, but I'm just saying, like, it do be certain cases out here that be happening like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna talk about you, baby, because I know you support me in anything and everything I do, and I really appreciate you for that. That's why you the queen, and that's why, you know, anything you need or whatever the case may be, I'm here. But just for everybody else in the back, that's why it's like, okay, like, you know, me personally, I don't care if you support me up front or behind the scenes. I personally don't give a fuck. But at the same damn time, yeah, I don't feel like you're a real supporter if you can't stand on it for real though. That's just how I feel. But either way it works, I really don't care. Um, but I know that's real life also, and I don't. That's why I don't focus on stuff like that, because I know it's real life. It's going to happen. Like, it don't matter who you are, whatever the case may be. It's like that. It's like that dude. It's like that dude who can't really get girls. So he like, shit, I gotta get, I gotta get something. So it's like, let me go ahead and go with this girl. And she might not be as attracted to him, or she might not be a good fit for him personally, but he's like, let me go ahead and deal with her because I can't get nobody else. Now, I'm not saying that's right or wrong, or that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I can't do nothing like that. No, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But hopefully I ain't offend nobody or anything, because I know this is the internet and whatever.
they're giving the vote of their attention, because even though they don't want to say that shit because they don't want to get canceled, they're gonna listen to him anyway. And for him, he don't. I would think he don't give a fuck. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, but underneath the absurdity, educate of the most darker, insidious consequences of the influence he has on young boys. He's not just another edgy misogynist on the internet. He's also one in real life. He's been on investigation for sex trafficking and whatever in Romania where he lives. And one video explains that 40% of the reason for moving there are mainly. Do you think that women are property?
So I think my sister is her husband's property. I'm not saying anything new. I'm not saying anything which is really, truly even controversial. The whole world agreed that the woman belongs to the man when she decides to give herself to a man.
Do you think that women are property? All right, so I like this clip. So this is why I find it so disingenuous when people are going against this guy. You don't have to agree with everything he says, but
I'm gonna speak on it in a minute, you guys. Give me a second.
If you are of the Muslim faith, if you are of the Christian faith, if you read the Bible or the Quran, you're going to realize that they pretty much consider women as property. This is not something that's going to be made up. That's just what it is. Okay, you know what I mean? When you fucking God and Christianity is kind of just embedded and sewn into a lot of just American history. What's that?
All right, let's double back to the point where the other guy, the white guy, I don't know what he is, and DJ Akademiks speaking on him saying women are property. Women are not property, bro. Nobody's your property, because if that was the case, why are we having divorces? If that was the case, why are we having breakups? So no, they're not property. Now, I will say they belong to you. Look, I do it like this. Whether I'm with someone, talking to someone, it's just my turn. That's how I look at it. I'm being so 100% honest. And that doesn't mean it's my turn as in whatever this person do, and this person can do anything, and whatever the case may be, it was just my turn. So if this person do whatever, I don't care. But well, I ain't gonna lie. Depending on how deep we are, I would definitely care. I ain't even gonna sit up here and cap with y'all. But I'm saying, like, because it's real life, bro. Like, y'all gotta stop acting like y'all superheroes or whatever the case may be. But anyway, yeah, I don't feel like women are property. No, they're not. Even if y'all married, my nigga, no. Now, do I feel like, you know, she's supposed to cater to you more than any other man other than whoever your higher power is? Yes. Yes, for sure. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Because you're mine, baby. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, whatever daddy says, you're supposed to be doing. But if you don't want to do it, you're gonna have to get on if I can find somebody else that will do it. Because you're not my property. So you can leave anytime you feel like it. I don't want you to leave. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to leave, but that's what it has to be. It would have to be that. But yeah, women are not property, man. I just wanted to say that. Like I'm not even saying that just to whatever. That's just literally how I feel like. That don't even make any sense.
Shit that people say, like you're under God, one nation, like nigga, like it's just all over the place. You know what I mean? Like basically, we embrace this Christianity stuff that also basically say that homosexuals are bad and that women are property. So some of this like bad, what they're calling it, bad thinking or misogyny or whatever the case is, this is rooted in religion, and religion is so much tied to the United States. You know what I mean? Like, yo, there's a pledge of allegiance, right? Like, yo, they say pledge of allegiance under God, blah, 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 one nation, all that type of stuff. Yeah, like religion is kind of like religion's a little bit extreme to what we are living in today. Religion is non-tolerant of certain stuff. Now, granted, I'm not saying I choose whatever or the other. I'm just saying that when people get mad at him, when at least in the way he phrases it, when he says that women are property, if you kind of read the Bible, that they kind of seem to be positioning women as property for men. Now, here's what I'm saying. I've always said, give me the rules, I rock with it. I don't give a fuck what it is. We could denounce Andrew Tate. Well, let's denounce some of the stuff that's going on in the Bible too. Do you know what I mean? Like, the Bible. Let me tell you this. I grew up in a society. I grew up in Jamaica, and when it came to like the church, and any time when homosexuality was mentioned, when I grew up there, it was very non-tolerant. It was very non-tolerant of just homosexuality. Basically, it was almost preached. I won't say necessarily the church, but it was almost like accepted that homosexuals should almost die. That was the mantra at that time, and it was backed up by I forgot the actual Bible verse, but it was Leviticus something, which basically said if a man lays with another man, he deserves to die. That's in the Bible. Like this is all in the Bible. It's not like people just kind of came to be like, we just hate whatever. We're fucking reading like this book, and it's.
But look, like I said, I don't care what people be doing, bro. I promise to you guys, I don't care, bro. If a guy like a dick stuck up his ass, then he like a dick stuck up his ass. That ain't got shit to do with me, because I don't like a dick stuck in my ass. So I be hating the people. Well, not hate, but I don't be liking when people be so invested into other people's lives and other certain situations that has nothing to do with them. Like, okay, boom, I do music, I like music, right? So why would I be giving you 100 facts about this new movie that just came out? I mean, I can go check out the movie, but why would I really, really care if I listen to music more than I watch TV? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. That's number one. But far as the other stuff, whatever in the Bible though, or whatever, that's just what it is. I mean, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that's how it should be. I personally don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be real with y'all guys. I don't care. But it is what it is.
Book is like old as dirt, and everybody's going with it. And some societies be like, I think we should evolve beyond it. And in some societies, like the ones that are poorer, like places like Jamaica, it's like, bro, all we got is the Bible. The Lord saved us from everything. We're not about to defy the junk. That's what it is. So it's like, again, we have to acknowledge some of the historical maybe the historical biases that some people that have these opinions have. Because when I hear Andrew Tate with this, I don't think that's the original opinion he's spewing. I think that's an opinion that comes from religion, if you ask me. Now, okay, what's my personal opinion? Do I think women are property? No, clearly not. I don't think women are property. You know, I think we live in a time now where everything has changed. There's a time that women were viewed as property, like even in American history. But this is one of the reasons why they like we don't even believe in like marriage the way how people believe in it. You know what I mean? Like a big part of marriage historically was because women was almost seen as property being transferred between men, which means a father could transfer it onto to the future spouse. That's how it was almost like a transaction, and the marriage was the fucking that was almost the contract, and that was the legality part of it. That's not the case anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I think we've just grown too evolved to realize that women ain't property. And because of that, it's like, that's why I then in turn say, why the fuck are we getting married at? You know what I mean? Like, marriage is for when you could actually have, like, people like Andrew Tate and a lot of these dudes who are in this red pill space, not saying that Andrew Tate is because they're still trying to live on this traditional realm of traditional values that they believe women and men should live under. That's over. Chivalry is dead. Half of the stuff is like, you know, that used to exist, that we had systems in place for, is dead. So why would you still continue some of these things and act like we haven't changed from this traditional aspect? And I just think marriage is one of them. So that's why I really don't give two fucks about marriage. You know what I mean? I think women have been brainwashed to believe that because marriage is a status symbol, they need to have like the legalities of it just because that's the only thing that makes it happen. I'm like, no. Like if I got with a chick and a chick wants to get married because she wants to start on her friends, yeah, we could do a ceremony with no fucking paperwork. Okay, I give you a big ass ring on your finger. We have a big ass party. You invite all the bitches. You know that's what chicks want to do. You invite all the bitches who want to start on you, start on all them, and then there's no paperwork. I don't want the government in my shit. You know what I mean? Like we're in a new age, you know? Yeah. Anyway, they're trying to get rid of Andrew Tate. Do I think it's gonna work? No. I think we gotta have some balance. And I've always said, when trying to attain balance, we oftentimes indulge in extremes. Like a lot of these motherfuckers who be like extremists, they like say they're radical Muslims, right? They always start off by saying, yo, no, like, yo, I feel like we're disenfranchised. I feel like we're being hated for no reason. And they usually start off pretty like, you know what I mean, even keeled in terms of, no, we just want, keeled in terms of, no, we just want to be respected and, you know, not persecuted against, and we want like fairness. Just like how feminists usually say, we want equality. But usually what happens down the line is that really nobody wants real equality. Niggas want superiority. You feel me? So the radical Muslims is like, man, yo, okay, man, them niggas, man, like we about to show them niggas, okay? Just like the feminists these days, feminists don't want a fucking equality. They're like, man, them niggas, man. Women are the best. That's just what it is. You get me? And I think that's just what happens all over the place. And I think even with the red pills, sometimes I be warning you about some of y'all about this red pill. It's like, bruh, yo, if niggas is teaching y'all that women are just innately evil, like them niggas are losers.
Yeah.
Just facts. You get me?
Yeah.
And if women are just telling you just completely be them women are just trying to violate you, just like take advantage. It's kind of in the middle. Like people don't want to admit that life is kind of in the middle.
Yeah, I agree. It is. Most definitely. Like nothing's 100%, my nigga. Like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you.
She wanna fuck me. She said that she likes squirty.